Okay, and now, okay, we're back. Now let's get on with this. Okay, this is the next video, and I want to welcome you to this video. This is the second video I'm making this morning. I just made another video before this. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about two important key points, two good things. Okay, to know from my opinion, of course, from my the way I see things, right? The way I see things, not the absolute, but to me, how I see things. So I'm just sharing my ideas. It's okay. The first one is the way to win all battles. Okay, I'd say, okay, like the methods or the elements that make you know what it is, that to win any battle. Okay, for you to be a winner, be peacefully on your way, you know, to be on your way, amazing, and to win any battle. And the second thing I want to talk about is maintaining the self. And these 2 points are both key to your existence in your being. One of them key vital elements and factors, okay? But maintenance of the self, the health and all of that. So let's go back to that, and the first thing is the battle part, because even though the health and the self-maintenance is the first part, they're all interrelated. This battle thing, like I already mentioned in the previous video, you always go out into the world and it's like an insane asylum as I see it. There's so much going on. You've got to be careful in what you do. In the last video I was talking about safety a little bit and how we need to be careful in everything we're doing, and we also need to be aware of what other people are doing around us, right? And just be aware, because accidents can happen, and plus, you know, there's all kinds of people in that world. Sometimes it may not always be a physical fight, like someone bringing the battle to you, but it could be something coming to you like that you have to deal with on a daily basis. Just people in general, you have to deal with a lot of complicated people who are trying to make your life awkward and stuff, and you beat yourself up and beat yourself down with their ball game, so to speak, of words. Just, you know what I mean? You confuse yourself and exhaust yourself trying to deal with them, like trying to think in the way they're thinking, when these people are not even thinking clearly themselves. You could be at work or whatever, and they're just speaking this babble jargon, the words of an insane mental patient, almost in this mental asylum world that they're fucking putting together outside. And you know, it's like the shaky fucking, what do you call that? Jenga. What do you call that? The fucking the tower of the shaky cards. And I'm trying to say, in the wind, you know, they're like right on the edge, beyond like on the edge almost. It's a miracle they're still standing, like, and they don't realise it. It's like when you got no foundation, you gonna fall. You know, you're gonna fall. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers, shit, man. It's like they're not even. It's not even their legs that keep them up. It's their fart gas that keeps them up. It ain't their talk though. This is backfiring to them. So I'm rambling now, but yeah, you got these people talking babble shit, and they're trying to confuse you, and you end up, like, your mind ends up following that. You get into arguments, you end up wasting time, you end up thinking like they do, and you can exhaust yourself in your dealings with people, and that's like a battle in itself too. Now, battle with whatever in the world, especially negative issues and people, is basically a battle with yourself, because you're not following a path of nature. You're stepping out of logic, stepping out of reality, reasoning and logic and nature, to go and do the opposite, to deal with their ball game, basketball game, whatever. I'm just saying, for example, you know, these people, and you're dealing with people who are just playing their own, they're just unhealthy, negative people in the darkness, and you're just stepping into the darkness with them, and it's a waste of your time and life to be doing that in the first place. It's just absolutely pathetic. Now, basically, so you got that, and then you've got your own safety to deal with yourself, and then safety issues, because most of these people are not even aware of what they're doing either. And then also, to say, you get all that, okay, and then you've also got actual violent stuff as well, like if you did have to fight to protect yourself, so like an actual battle. But let's just talk about battles now. The first thing, okay, how the F, how is the screw, how are we going to win? How will you win any battle? I'm saying any battle. What is the key ingredient? What are the points to it? And you can either take this or leave this, okay? If my babbling, ranting introduction to this video has confused you and rather than warmed you up into it, then you can just turn this off, because what I'm going to say now is a point to be at least considered. You want to, if you wish to. But what I'm going to say is this, okay? The key points, okay, the key elements to winning any battle of any kind are, let's look at that. First and foremost, avoiding it, if you can, just not being there. So the absence of you in the battle makes you win. So take that philosophy and goddamn use that however you will, you know what I mean? It's not about cowardice or anything like that, but to not be there and to be in a better place, a safer, just outside of that, mind, body, whatever, all of it, just not there at all. Away from that, or not getting involved with that shit, whatever, you know. That is the way to win. And and then going into it though, to win. Now we're not finished on this, okay? We're talking about how to win any battle, I said. So if it's a battle where actions are needed to be taken, we'll say it that way. Whether it be a fight, physical fist fight, or it be some fight with a battle of words and mind, although that's not going to do much. You can actually have some action, like steps to be taken. It could be something at work that needs to be done. And then, the other thing is like strike while the iron is hot, as they say, right? Cut that poisonous motherfucking shit at the root, you know what I mean? Stop it before it becomes stop a problem before it becomes a big problem. Act now, don't wait for anybody. You might have the best action, you might not, you might be running into the fields, Rambo, you may be running in the army, and all of your troop teammates may have the best guns, you may have nothing, you may just have a little knife or something. But if that's going to do it, if you can't wait for them, if you've got to save your friend, I'm just giving you an example, hypothetically here, but you need to do whatever needs to be done, right? Because it's about action sometimes rather than what we have. It's we have it all here. You know what I'm saying? It's like for someone who doesn't have the mind, everything you give him is going to be useless. But for someone who has the mind, a good focus, an intent and a drive, he can work wonders sometimes. You're going to need imagination and ideas sometimes, but yeah, but you know what I mean. You want to do it, you're going to use it. You're going to use this, anything. You can use a piece of material, a piece of paper. You'll use it in some way or another. Yeah. So let's get back to what I'm saying though. Yeah. So we're talking about this first part, which is battles and how to win any battle. Obviously, not being in the battle is the way to win it, because winning means peace, being safe, being away from that, not having to deal with that shit. Yeah, we're not talking about winning. We're not talking about winning like trying to change something, like being a hero for others, so to speak. Like let's say a giver. That's intent, and you need to understand your intentions and what it's about, things like that, and all other elements that come with that. You're like Superman. Recently I drew a picture of Superman. I've been doing some superheroes on the side art, but I'm saying Superman, he will save people, or he will take on the bad guys because he wants to save people and he wants to change the world. He wants to make the world, so he wants to influence the world. So if you want to have an effect on the world or some influence, good or bad, you need to understand what it is. Yeah, so but I'm talking about winning battles for yourself. I'm talking about here being the hero to yourself. if you can't understand these concepts to like avoid battles and be able to deal with things within yourself, like even with the mind, like not getting confused by someone's words and getting into an argument, things like that, if you're able to stay peaceful and calm on the inside, that's going to help you in your character, thus then through to your physical in what you do, and then over time develop you in a certain way, and you'll cut bad habits out. You won't develop those bad habits and become like still like a prisoner, slave to the society and the negative darkness in the world, and just you won't be so confused and so dangerous, and you won't have so much intense like on controlling things in the world to make things a certain way. When you talk about the nature of people, that's a different thing though in society. When I'm talking about nature, I'm talking about true nature. I'm saying true nature, but not the nature like people naturally are how they are. A lot of people are not, because a lot of people are brainwashed and they've been, what do you call it, manipulated and they've been what's the word they've been manufactured, so to speak. There's another word, I'm looking for another word, built and they've had this information pumped into them since they were kids. They're walking around talking shit that they hear from the world around them. They think the world around them, the city, it's got a nature about it. No. There's a lot of false, unhuman and inhumane confusion going on in the human being today. We've got good technology, we've got good things, but the violence, even the ignorance, even from back in the day, cavemen, just, there's no need for two human beings to hate each other and just, be wanting more than the other, feeling superior over another, or wanting more, having to be like have a better reputation than somebody else. Everybody likes me more than you. They want to look good. How the image and think, this is all weak. This is all absolutely mental illness that needs to be eradicated, because it's not healthy to be thinking that way. To think that you've got 3 arms when you've got 2 arms. To want people to bow down when you speak or do a certain hand gesture, as though you're Hitler, or waving a flag, or just to make someone do a dance. It's like, what the hell are you trying to do? It's all kinds of mind games and confusion, because you confuse yourself. So this has got issues like this in the society. I'm not talking about you specifically, or me or you or anybody. I'm just saying, these kind of things. People need to come back to humanity, need to come back to nature. So we're talking about this stuff. It's all related and deep. So let's get back to what I was saying now on the battle side of things. Okay, so battling, to win a battle, I'm talking about with yourself. Yeah, it always is. But I'm saying, when you're dealing with if you're having a battle with you and outside forces, like people in general in the world, whether it's fist to fist or if it's words or whatever they're trying to do, the best thing to do is not be there. I've already said that, right? Avoid it. Get out of that motherfucker. Get out of that situation as quick as you can, or just if you're already in it, and if you can see it, try to learn to see. Drive slowly, man. Don't rush. Prevention's better than cure. Avoid. Take positive routes, and always take positive change routes. If you're driving and you see a shortcut, take that shortcut. If you're driving, not through somebody's field. I'm just saying, Mr. Bean, if you see a positive way to go, try and notice things more. Notice what's going on. See something, what you can use, or when there's an exit. Get me an exit, like Matrix, And if you're always early, you don't need to rush around. I don't know, but for your life though, not for some motherfucker telling you you're late, or some arsehole telling you you're too early or you're too late. I'll get to the point, right? So the point there on battles and that, the battle, you want to avoid them, avoid confrontations and fighting on all different ways. But what we're talking about though is here, the other part of it, of this first one here topic, is if you do need to fight, if you are in a situation where you can't avoid it at all, then you're going to have to find a way to stop it. And the only way to deal with a situation, is this: You just fucking do it. Do the action before. You've got to be the fastest one, the earliest one. You've got to be there. Just work with your mind and get things done. So let me give you an example. If you're in a fighting situation and you need to strike, don't wait for the guy who's flapping his mouth. You're going to go straight in there. I'm not saying promoting violence. I'm not saying you go and strike people and that. I'm just saying, obviously, in a fighting situation, someone's going to shoot you or kill you with a gun. If you've got a chance before, if he's not aware, and you've got a chance to quickly, it's like saving someone's life. You see a young child hanging off of a balcony or some fucking crazy thing, or some dangerous thing, fire, or playing with a knife. You're going to run and interact straight away and stop that and protect them. You can't wait. You need to do it. You see a dog in the street about to get hit by a van or something. You're going to run and grab. It's like, you do something, right? You can't wait. Your food's going to burn in the oven. A car's coming towards you. You're going to jump out the way. Your head's under the water. Pull your head up. If something's right, do it now. If there's intent, if there's a timer ticking and you've got to shoot the target on a computer game, you're going to do it, right? So you need to get in there before the opponent, before the negative thing happens. You can do it. It's fucking good, right? Do it good. But what I'm saying is when it comes to, we're talking about action. What I'm talking about is, if you can avoid it, and that's the thing you want to do. Avoid negative situations. And we're talking about, I've kind of confused myself here what I was saying, but that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that is it. That's the thing I'm trying to say now. If you're in a situation where you can't avoid it, and it's like, let's say you're at work, in a job, okay? And I'm not saying always run away or always find excuses, but I'm trying to say, if you're working at certain things and things aren't working well for quite a while too, and let's say you're in a situation where you can't beat the whole lot. There's like a group of people and they're all against you, or it's just the boss or whoever's with the boss, and it's really like, it's not only a battle here, it's like a battle beyond battles. There's like more layers to it, and there's so much you can't get through because they won't get the whole picture, let alone this one thing. So even that, winning that wouldn't mean anything. You've got to value that and work out that, you see. So let's say you have an altercation, you have some situation at work where you can't resolve the problem with this son of a motherfucking bitch, or excuse me, a negative, ignorant pricks. I'm going to say it, right? People that just don't give a shit about you and they don't give a fuck. They just want to get paid more. So there's people there, and they're trying to like harass you or give you some shit, and there's stuff, there's work and stuff. Now, you're not going to win by going in and just trying to get into a battle or an argument with that person necessarily, right? You might think, it's the time to stand up and act now, because I can't escape, because I'm in this job. I don't want to leave this job. You may be thinking, right? So I can't avoid it. I've got to face these motherfuckers every day. Well, guess what? If it's such a big situation and you've tried different positive things, you can't keep constantly fighting the whole time. Sometimes the best way to win the fight is to leave. Find another job. Flip them the middle finger. If you've talked to the boss, if you've talked to certain people and they don't give a fuck, if you can get another job, do it. If I was you, you might get lower pay, but get the fuck out of that fucking place and let them go fuck themselves. Excuse my language. If they don't give a shit about you, it's not about them driving you out and that I've got the wrong attitude because people should just leave because they're getting bullied and that. No, I'm telling you now, right? If you can't, and it's sometimes not easy like that to leave a job, or you might not wanna, but get your principles right, get your self-respect right. Speak up if you've got to say something. Don't get into an argument. We're adults, right? Should be. Talk to the boss. It's not about snitching, telling stories, but talk to the boss. Talk to whoever's gonna do something about whatever's gonna be done. If you're pretty sure there's no way out of it, though, find another fucking job. It's the same as anything, but two friends who don't get along, or two lovers who are not in love, you know what I mean? Even family, if they're not getting along, they might have to just leave home or wherever. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you know what I mean? You need to find your peace and salvation in your life. You're going to have to fucking do it. If you keep getting shot, then maybe get off the battlefield, you know what I mean? Because you're shooting people, you're getting shot. If it's like an army, I'm saying, if you're a gangbanger and you're going through so much trouble in your life and risking your life, then you might say, well, it's not easy to get out of that life and stuff. Well, guess what? There are ways, and I might not have been in that, but if you're going through a living hell, I believe there's a way that you can jump your chicken ass out of the fire. Anyone, I'm saying, because if you're in a situation where it's harming yourself or putting yourself at risk, do you think that's smart? You say, well, yeah, because I'm brave and I can take anything and face death and and I don't give a fuck. But it's just what you choose to do. Then that means you're not going through stress. But if you are going through stress, if you're going through like hard times, battles, and you don't want to keep fighting, and it's wasting your time in life too, don't forget, get the hell out of there, fuck's sake. And now what I'm going to say is, and then get on to better things. There's much better things to be done. Don't look at like, oh well, what I've got here, so I'm going to hold on to it. Fuck that, you can do better things. And someone who's got a big open mind, and someone who's willing to push aside that negative stuff from themselves and with others, and say, you know what, I'm not going to clean up other people's bullshit anymore. I'm not going to keep mopping the floor when they tell me to. If you can go and find bigger, better things, you may do so. You know, let the petty squabblers come fucking trip over their own goddamn each other's ankles and mouths. You know what I'm saying? It's just not worth it. Go and do what go and get your riches if that's what you want. You know what I mean? Go and get your good stuff. That's what it's about. Life's too short. You can make changes any time. You can move around the world. You can change jobs, whatever it may be. You can create. You can find your passions, your hobbies. I'm going to stop this video now, but I'm going to finish with the last point. I'm not going to say too much. I've got to go, okay, but I'm going to finish really quickly here. And then I'm going to finish. The other thing is self-maintenance. So constantly self-maintaining. Okay, so the other thing is self-maintenance. Health, exercise, all that stuff. Mental stuff as well. And the mind. Focus on what you care about, as I've said before. Focus on creative stuff. Passion. Creative things. This is the food for thought, as they say. You know, this is the stuff, you know, what's going to help push you on, pull you on through life. It's going to help you to be focused and sane. Because sometimes you're so exhausted with all this other shit, battles and stuff, that you can't even. You're looking for the Dalton way out. You can't even see it. You can't see the wood through the trees. Sometimes I've said, you know, it's like, which way to go? So if you look to your passion, look to what you care about in your heart, and find your interests and focus there, that will pull you out. What you like to do, your hobbies and passions, find that stuff. That will keep you distracted from the shit. Don't let the shit distract you from the good stuff. Let the good stuff distract you from the shit. I'll put it another way. Don't let outside forces distract you from you and your true heart. You see, let you and your true heart, you are the being and the experience that is your whole life. That is it. The outside things are not. So don't let them distract you, good or bad, really. But you know, you've got people, your friends, family, people you love, things like that. People outside things that you love about life as a reflection of you. But the things that are not a reflection of you, God, they're better off in the fucking darkness with the light off in the mirror. You want to look in the mirror, you turn the fucking light on and see. If it's not you in the mirror, you're in a fucking nightmare, son of a bitch. I swear a lot, I express myself freely, but I thank you for watching, okay? Just love your love. I'm defiant when I speak in the name of peace and logic, reasoning. Not logic and reasoning with people. No, I'm saying fucking nature, man. You're atoms and skin, blood, bone. You're just born here, you know, in the universe here. Look up, the skies above you, the universe. We're here. What the hell are we babbling and, you know, bickering about on a daily basis, you know? Come on, man. Get back to you. Change the fucking channel, man. Where are you at? Where were you in the past? Where are you? Do you matter in this life? Is it not? Is there no focus on you? Focus on you, and the attention's got to be on you. It's not selfish. It's selfless. You're here. Value you if other people won't. Be safe and be wise. Focus on the good stuff. Focus on your passions. Thanks for watching this. Okay. Thanks for watching.